And for those of you watching the show from India, let me ask you, did you buy anything today? What was your go-to payment method? Was it a digital form of payment, UPI? And how many UPI transactions did you carry out today? I'm guessing at least one, maybe more. While UPI transactions have become an everyday thing for Indians, for the German Minister for Digital and Transport, Volker Wissin, it was a first. He was in Bengaluru to attend the G20 Digital Ministers meeting, and that's when he was seen buying vegetables from the roadside. He paid for his groceries via UPI, that is Unified Payments Interface, and he appeared rather fascinated by it. The German embassy in India posted the video on X. Look at it for yourself.
We'll take it to flower market.
Yeah. I think we can go there.
Yeah. That's done.
The caption read, and I'm quoting, "One of India's success stories is digital infrastructure. UPI enables everybody to make transactions in seconds. Millions of Indians use it." The Federal Minister for Digital and Transport, Volker Wissin, was able to experience the simplicity of UPI payments firsthand and is very fascinated. The embassy said it right, of course. Millions of Indians actively use UPI. Let's just look at some numbers now. So far, in 2023, India has logged 7.5 to 9 billion UPI transactions every month. For the month of July, the figure was close to 10 billion. The total value of transactions touched 15.3 trillion rupees. That is over $184 billion in just 1 month. This is the highest on record, by the way, and it's only expected to grow further. In fact, as per a PwC India report, UPI transactions are likely to reach 1 billion per day by the financial year 2026 to 27. Last year, the total UPI transaction value accounted for nearly 86% of India's GDP. That was more than $1,515 billion. At present, there are 300 million UPI users, 500 million merchants who use UPI to accept money for their businesses. If you just take a walk on Indian streets, you would find QR codes for digital payments just about everywhere. It does not matter if it's a street vendor, a small shop, or a huge showroom. The sheer ease and availability of these UPI transactions and payment methods has made cash payments a rare sight. In fact, Sri Lanka, France, the UAE, Singapore have partnered with India on emerging fintech and payment solutions. But what about the West? Is the West too afraid to learn from India? Why the reluctance? When it comes to global rankings, India topped the charts with most digital transactions. It even beat China. But the US stood lower on the list. What explains America's low ranking? You see, America is dominated by card-based networks for payment systems. Americans pay using debit or credit cards. The system is built by financial giants like Visa and MasterCard. Companies often lobby against anything that would affect their revenue. The card lobby is so strong in the US that when Indonesia was launching its new domestic payment network, American trade officials convinced the country to loosen the rules. In India as well, when the government was planning to restrict Visa and MasterCard, the card companies reached out to the US trade representative. They raised concerns about a level playing field. One reason for the UPI problem in the US could be the government does not want to compete with the private sector. So it is hesitating from creating an alternative payment system. But who is getting affected in the end? The people of the country, of course. Americans don't get to enjoy easy digital payments like Indians. The question is, when will the US do something about it? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.